All right. Here we go, Holy Ones. Let me push this up. Getting started with this transmission tonight about the 12 angel nations. There's actually many more than 12. To be technical, there's actually 25 billion Guardian Angelic races, nations. Machiwa. Let me push this back. And so, but we'll go into more detail. Also, something that we want to talk about, not forget, is the Guardian Alliance. Notice we're not mentioning Galactic Federation. And there's a reason for that, and we'll talk about that tonight, yes? So, we're just getting started, and we'll have the star seeds and indigo children coming on in to this off day. This is kind of like an off live, right? So 22 people already. Someone write that master number inside chat. So I'll wait for more people to come in before I talk about what happens Saturday. But thank you guys for being here as we talk about this conversation from the Emerald Order point of view. And so it's not from New Age, it's not from religion, but this is what we call the inner Christos, inner Christ, inner God spark, yes? And so these Emerald Order teachings go all the way back from this century, you would say 1998, but it comes from ancient times. It's actually not new information, it's ancient. And so we're just like, you would say the Guardians come, Guardian Angelic Nations, bring this information, and during the Ascension period. So it came here over 200,000 years ago originally, but there's different cycles of the planet. And she will go through a 26-year plus cycle, 26,000-year cycle. And so that's when you have ascension, when it starts to go into the ending phase. Then it starts over and goes through another 26,556-year period and goes through another ascension phase and repeats. Not repeats the same people, the same history, it repeats and starts over a new cycle. So this is why there's guardians bringing this knowledge, this forbidden history. It's hidden history, okay? And so, plus when we talk about angels, there's all kinds of different ideas. 33. Someone put 33 in chat. So we had 2 master numbers already. So this is a good sign. Are you getting any signs on your spiritual journey, Holy Ones? So this is, you know, in the Bible or religions, they will talk about specific archangels. They even have names, and you get different ideas and pictures of what are angels. And so I have a unique picture for this video because angels aren't like you see in Renaissance paintings with human looking faces and wings. That's not what angels are, Holy Ones. First of all, why would a being from another world, because they're not from Earth, right? So why would one of your angels from another world come to Earth and look just like you? They don't look just like us. And as a matter of fact, not all angels have wings. So sometimes you'll maybe interact with an angel. And so, but it didn't have wings. Just realize that it's a different level of matter form, a different level of consciousness. So when they got a different body form, a different consciousness at the 6th dimension, because we're in 3rd dimension. So you go 4, and then 5, and then 6. Then you have angels at that matter form level, at that consciousness level. And so These beings will not look like us. They don't come from our planet, and they don't come from our dimension or galaxy or whatever you want to call it. They come from another planet, planets, 25 billion different planets. They come from different time periods. They're from our future. Okay, so they don't look like us, but they will have humanoid forms, humanoid appearances. 2 arms, 2 legs, eyes, stuff like that. So the angels are coming from density universe 2, which is dimensions 4, 5, and 6, like we just mentioned. Archangels don't have bodies. They're pure consciousness. And so they're going to look really different, and plus they're just total different existence in density 3. So here we are in density 1, and carbon, matter, and flesh. Okay, so we're not very evolved, but these beings are highly evolved, and that's why they're coming here, by the way, because of our de-evolved state and our drama and problems in this world. Well, we got guardians trying to assist in this spiritual development, a spiritual transformation, because we're not cutting it, we're not doing it ourselves, we're actually de-evolving, descending instead of ascending. And so that's tonight's topic, you guys. We'll be talking about that tonight, and I just want to say that I apologize for not being here yesterday. I'm supposed to come on Saturdays. I didn't make it. I was at a drum circle, and I was planning to do the camera. It's just it was a small drum circle, not the regular dry lake bed. It was at some park nearby. I mean, in Vegas. It wasn't nearby. So I didn't feel like doing a live for that reason. It wasn't as exciting and as normal. So. And that's okay. It just meant that I didn't do a live, but I told you guys before that if I don't show up on Saturday, I will do the live on Sunday, like right now. So thank you guys for being here and for your patience in that matter. And so, but here we are. I think you guys, we got some friends and family in the house. Machua. Monster Quinn. Hey, sister. Yeah. I'm glad you have an account on Instagram. I don't get to answer all my platforms. I have so many, 300,000 plus subscribers. So that's a lot of people, a lot of messages I get. So I can't get to everybody, but thank you, Monster Quinn. Any star in the house, sister. Positive butterfly energies. Much respect for being here. Galactic Center OG in the house. Good evening, Omni Ones. I like how you said that. You should trademark that. Machua. Tatiana Falcon. Hello. Today I'm making 46 solar returns. Do you mean it's your birthday? Welcome, Tatiana. Write it in the comments. We want to know. And thank you for being here. 22. You said it, Monster Quinn. Thank you. Rich Boss 369. Greetings, Holy One. Good to have you here. UTD in the house. Ancient Soul. Love to all. Machua. Natalie Moore. Hello, Starseed from Iowa. Welcome, Iowa. The King in the house. Octunify. Hey, 22. Sarah Holder. So good to see you, sister. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm just glad you checked on in. Thank you, Sarah. Have a good time at work. Free White Dove in the house. Machila, Holy Ones. 33. Thank you. You said it. And so we might get a 55 soon. Lisa Larson. Thank you, sister, for the feedback. It always means a lot and helps me keep on going. I do it for you guys. Sunset Dreams. Adam has a question. What do you call the angel race that is perfectly human? Well, there is no perfectly human race. Just like I said at the beginning, they don't look like us, so they're not perfectly human. And humans aren't perfect. Humans are very, very, very distorted. Now, there's a version of humans the original human. Okay? The original human is not in this galaxy, not in this planet. It's in another dimension and another planet, okay, called Tara. So we're not Earthlings, we're Tarans. We're from Tara. And so the Guardians put us here on Earth. We're from the fifth dimension. And there you could say we're not distorted like we are here. You're still distorted being in the second density. There is no distortion by the time you get to the 12th dimension. Okay, so there is no perfect beings until you get to the 12th dimension. Now, everyone's God, everyone's perfect, you could say, but there's distorted versions of Creator God in the hologram fields, in the 15-dimensional time matrix. And that is where, but anyways, we learn about the divine blueprint in the 12th dimension. That's why there is perfect form and perfect consciousness, no distortions. So way down in the third dimension, there's a ton of distortions. So, Machiwa. You are purely human and not any type of other race? It's a question. What is the name of that specific race of angels? I just explained it, so. And the one that would be related to humans it's within the part, in the title of the video, Oraphim. And they're not perfect either. Like I said, you're not perfect until you get to the 12th dimension. But the Oraphim angels are the ones who helped create our race. Well, they're the ones who did create our race, because it was the Anuhazi who create the Lyran Anuhazi, who create the Oraphim, who create the Terahertz angelic human race. So humans at the fifth dimension are angelic too. So that's the answer to your question. It would be the Oraphim who created the Terahertz angelic human race. So that is part of our forbidden history. The fallen angels don't want you to know your true heritage. They want you to be lowly, guilty, inferior, sinful humans. That's what they want us to be. That's why they brought us religion. That's why they brought us the false creeds of fear, guilt, shame, subservience to them. Okay, so Machiwa. We're transmuting that out of this, out of our lives, out of our world. So Newfoundland, welcome, Christine. Love from the Gold Flame, welcome, Seraphim, Chris. Lakshmi, happy birthday, much love. Yeah, happy birthday, Holy One. Hugh Lay, Machiwa Anuhazi, good to see you, brother. Always full of positive energies. I can't even think of all those emojis. I like the sunflower, Machiwa. It brings me happy smiles when I see the sunflower. And rainbows, of course. Galactic, oh, you saw a 55? Thank you, Galactic Center, for sharing that. I claim that. Thank you. Much respect. Oh, thank you, Danny. And it is Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to all of you dads out there. I'm a dad. I have a beautiful 23-year-old. Well, yeah, she will be 24 in October. So she's 23-year-old. And she's the one, well, I only have one child. So because of her, I'm a grandfather as well. One second here. And can you guys please assist me and send prayers to my daughter? Her name is Odyssey. My daughter Odyssey, please send her healing energies, positive, divine healing energies to Anuhazi's daughter Odyssey, because she's in the hospital with colitis, and it could be serious if they're talking about surgery already. I told her, hey, that should be the last case. And I'm a big proponent of self-healing, and if she got to that level, that means she's not taking care of herself. So we need to take care of ourselves through diet, through an alkaline diet, which is coming from the Dr. Sebi, A lot of people, including myself, believe Dr. Sebi was murdered because of his alkaline diet. Why? Because his alkaline diet was healing diseases and cancers straight up. Many people told him, hey, Dr. Sebi healed my cancer. Dr. Sebi healed my diseases, but he got taken out, snuffed out. So love and positive vibes to my daughter, and I hope she changes in her lifestyle. And there we go, Machiwa. Thank you for asking and for saying that. Happy Father's Day, Holy Ones. Yeah, I named her. Thank you, Fiery Fierce. So, yeah, I named her. Machiwa, what do you think about Aurora Borealis being seen all over the world? It's not being seen all over the world. I haven't seen it. It's not all over the world. I don't know what to say about that. I haven't looked into that. I couldn't answer you directly. I'm sorry. I would love to see the Aurora Borealis. I think that is it's a natural part of Earth. It wouldn't be considered supernatural. So it's beautiful and lovely. I don't know what you could say about it spiritually, but if it is actually being seen on different parts of the world, then there would be a reason behind that. Not that it's something I'm aware of. I'm sorry about that, Fire Fierce. But it is very interesting. Thank you for bringing that up. Maybe someone else knows. Junior, best. What is type 2 indigo? Well, type 2 out of the 3 types is someone who's more into spiritual, who's like, first of all, the 3 types of indigos are here to assist. Okay? And so the type 2s are here to assist in spiritual ascension and awakening. Type 1s are mostly about, you would say, what do they call it when you help heal the planet? Grid work. They're mostly here for grid work. So let me read it from the notes real quick, just to help clarify your answer, the answer for your question. Let me see. Now let's pull it up real quick. Let me find it real quick. We'll give you a second. And type 3, right? Type 3. They're called recessives. Indigo recessive, type 3s. Okay, so remember, wait, you said type 2, so I made a mistake. Sorry. I'm so used to type 2s because everyone asks about type 2s. Type 3s, Type 2s are called dominant type 2s, indigo dominant type 2s. And well, this is interesting. They're part of the Oraphim, is one of the angels we're talking about tonight. The Oraphim human hybridization program, through which the 12-strand diamond sun DNA matrix, we talk about the 12-strand DNA all the time, is reinstated within the Earth human genetic lines. So apparently they're bringing that genetic aspect to help bring it into the, you would say, human lineage, which have the, the codes of ascension. They indigo type 2s. Okay, first of all, wait a second. Well, it's saying right here, I can't really second guess it. It's saying that they're 24-strand double diamond sun DNAs, which have the maximum potential up to 30, though, ascension codes, through which the avatar identity may embody and the consciousness may expand into the Rishi identity level. While you're here on Earth, you could expand from avatar to Rishi. Now, remember, Rishi is the universal trinity is up in 13th dimension, 14th, and 15th. So you as a Christed avatar would be here serving as an Oraphim type 2 indigo who could develop yourself into a rishi, so a level of awareness. Okay, the core of their life purpose of indigo type 2s is, just like I said earlier, assist in raising the consciousness within the earth human lineage to build critical mass of the diamond sun DNA matrix within the human gene pool, and to assist indigo type 1s in holding and running higher dimensional frequency for the planetary grid work. So you could be helping, like I believe I'm an indigo type 1, and so indigo type 2s would be helping an indigo type 1 do grid work. So I haven't reached that focus yet in my life. But I know that will be part of it because I've been always interested in planetary grid work. And I was looking into what some of the other spiritual traditions, like Native Americans, what they do for grid work. They use a lot of crystals, okay? They're not using Emerald Order techniques, but they're doing their part from their knowledge. So it says also indigo type dominants have an advanced psychic development and may have open interdimensional contact from birth throughout life. They are gifted in linguistic translation. So you probably speak a lot of languages or can learn languages easily. They're into the arts. I've always been into arts. I've always been into music. It says arts, music, interpersonal diplomacy. So you're a good diplomat of sorts. May become excessively introverted due to fear of earth environment. So I feel when I was younger, I was more introverted. Now I have no problems being introverted or extroverted. So type 2s are the most personable of the three indigos. That means the most sociable, and enjoy human bonding if they're sheltered, like when you were growing up. And there's info on type 1s, but your question was about type 2s. Thank you for that question, Holy One. Free White Dove, happy Father's Day, yeah! Your soul came from 204 million years ago from Venus. My name is Gammar, the Awakened One. Well, there's lots of Awakened Ones, so... But Natalie, thank you for sharing. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of us are awakening. It's not about chosen ones or special ones. Not in unity consciousness. Okay? There is no chosen ones. There's no such thing as chosen ones when all are God. Okay, out of God, which one's chosen? You see what I'm saying? Machiwa. October, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Monster Quinn. Appreciate that. Machiwa. Yeah, thank you guys. We're going to have a good turnout. It seems like 70 people already. Let me light my candle and talk about the angels. And even though the drum circle was small, I still had fun. I always love the energy. So let me get a charcoal disc. Open a roll. And so angels are alien beings from other worlds. They're multidimensional. Time travel to them, which is basically going through stargates, is no problem. It's normal, everyday type of thing. Just like you get in your car and drive across town. It's a normal thing to time travel. Not for humans, apparently. So, but what we're talking about, what's happening on Earth is some of these ETs are angels. Remember, sixth dimension. That's what an angel is. And they are coming to Earth drama through soul integration. That means they're incarnating here just like humans incarnate here. So an angel from another dimension can incarnate into our dimension. And we get a birthing contract, a permission to do that. Basically, they get permission from your mother and your father's soul level. So your mother and father down here don't know, or maybe don't remember, but their soul level is the one that you made a birthing contract. Hey, birth me into your world. Birth this angel, birth this starseed or indigo into the world, right? So this is how we get here. We get here through the birthing process, but we wake up, a little baby, little child, grow into an adult. Hopefully you wake up. You're meant to awaken to your purpose, your mission, your past lives, future lives. You're meant to remember who you are. And so there's angels on earth. It's silly to call them earth angels because they're not from earth. Humans aren't from earth. Okay, so the beings are angels from other worlds. This is why they don't look human. Even human, like our brother said, angels don't look like us. We don't look like our original selves. We're distortions of that. A horrible distortion. Oh, but we're so beautiful. You have no idea until you actually see an angel. Okay, and so we're goblin creatures compared to our higher selves. If you looked at humans lately, look at humans. And so you can get some model. They're still ugly compared to an angel, right? You have no idea what is divine, what is sacred, what is more perfected form, more perfected consciousness. While some people say appearance doesn't matter, appearance is an indication. On Earth itself, it's even an indication. If you're all out of terrible shape and have some major issues, your appearance is an indication of that person is not taking care of themselves. Spiritually or mentally, if you mentally let yourself get to this level, there's something wrong, you would say, in your thoughts, like distortions. Lots of rationalizations. No sensibility to take care of yourself or be a slouch, be just sitting on the couch. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Sorry. Sorry. But just realize that the higher level in ascension, the more divine your body becomes, closer and closer to your original self. This is nothing close to our original self, you guys. Just saying. So I put some copal, put some frankincense. And remember, gender ends in density 3. So they will be androgynous. Archangels are androgynous. They're not males or females. But isn't it interesting how the fallen angelic religions, because that's what they are. Religion is fallen angelic systems. Religions show you they're female and male. Oh, God's a male too. And there's goddesses, female goddesses, and you see, this, whatever you consider is giving you this knowledge and information, it's twisted and distorted information. Twisted about gender, twisted about angels, twisted about God. You're getting distortions. You're not getting truth. You're getting partial truths, half-truths. When you are an indigo child, when you're a starseed, you seek only truth. You do not want distortion. Generally, right? You're seeking only truth. What is the truth? It's not an opinion. There is God, and there's distortions of God. There's no opinion about that. Machiwa. And you throw some amber in there too. It's a matter of fact. Like, what is this resonance, this frequency energy of a guardian being that's not distorted, that's in its divine blueprint, in its divine body and consciousness, right? Helena's getting lit. Much you up. Cleansing and purify thyself, Holy One, regularly, daily. Mochivas. So, angels are six-dimensional, otherworldly beings. And there is something that the Guardians in the Emerald Order teachings talk about. We'll get lit. I'll get lit with you guys. Just not right now. Not yet. But go for it if you're ready. So, there's something called, well, first of all, the closest Guardian group that's close to humans on Earth is the Guardian Alliance. Okay? And we get this information. Let me give sources of this information. It's coming from Ashana Dean, Iyasha Ashana, from the Emerald Order teachings. Okay? She's the one who wrote the Voyagers books. She's the true master teacher. And so I'm a student of her work, of the Guardians' work, of the Emerald Order. I've connected myself to the Emerald Order, to Holy Elohai. And so Elohai, Elohim. So we will give you, like, do I have a moderator here? Let me make sure I have a moderator. I have no moderators. I'm lonely tonight. No moderator. Shit. I'm sure one of them will show up late. I have 4 moderators, but hey, I can't blame them because it's not a regular day for lives, right? I will graduate one of you guys to a mod. Who wants to be a moderator? I will hook you up. But what was I even saying? Angels are alien beings. Okay, they're from other worlds, and so they don't look like humans. Even the human ones don't look like humans, because you're in another dimension. You're on another planet. You get your appearance from what is created on your planet. Angels are not coming from our planet. They don't have mommies and daddy humans. They don't look like us. Does that make sense to you guys at all? I don't know. And this whole idea, distorted idea, is similar. It's similar. Where people think, oh, you know how you get this weird, these people showing that, like, given actor like John Travolta, they will say, hey, look, this is a photo from the cowboy days. How is he the same person? You see what I'm saying? All these famous people, they'll find photos of them from a long, long time ago and saying it's the same person. You guys, this is elementary. This is something you could tell a little child. You get your appearance from your mother and your father. That other version doesn't have the same mother and father. It's not hard to understand. They don't have the same lineage as us. The angels don't look like us. Oh, these beings can shapeshift. Maybe they can make themselves look like us so you're not freaked out. I mean, raise your hand if you think you'll flip out if you saw an alien. Right? Lovely or not, it's going to... What? Another being? From you don't recognize this being? So it's like this whole thing with David Wilcock. He says he's Edgar Casey. Different freaking parents, vato. Different DNA. Okay, you're not going to have the same DNA as your parents had in this century. What's up? You can get similarities, sure. Just saying. Just trying to explain that part. 88. It's been 88 for a while. Or was it 88? 88. Now it's 91. So we are. Sometimes some of us, will see these alien-looking beings through your medicine, through your dream state. Those are most likely angels and archangels. 6th-dimensional, 7th, 8th, 9th-dimensional beings visiting you, and realize if we have other selves, a minimum of 1,728 other selves, well, some of those selves are in higher dimensions. And some of your higher dimensional selves communicate with you. You will see them, understand them maybe as a spirit guide. It's you. How hard would it be you to visit yourself, itself, in dream state? How hard would it be for you as an angel or archangel come visit you on medicine, plant medicine, right? It's within the DNA. Within your DNA, with the scientists called junk DNA. It's not junk. Within your sleeping, within your dormant DNA, 4th dimensional, 5th dimensional, 6th dimensional angel, your angel is part of your dormant DNA. Okay, your archangels, and it's plural, by the way, you lived 144 times in Density Universe 1. You're going to live 144 times in Density Universe 2. That's 144 different angels that you are. So, what's the chance of 144 of your angel selves communicating to your 3D self? Remember, they don't look like humans, they look like aliens. Maybe you're thinking one of your spirit guides is some other being. But you see, you guys, first of all, guardians will not go against your free will. Okay, and so when there's other beings visiting you and telling you what you should or shouldn't do, that's a red flag. That's not a guardian being. That goes against the law of one. It goes against free will. When you're telling something what to do or what not to do, that's going against their free will. If the person asked you for advice, that's a different story. Okay, you give your advice. You can offer your advice now, but it's the same with healing. Some people want to remotely heal someone, So, did you get their permission? So, it sounds nice just to, I'm going to give that person healing. Hey, first of all, you're not just dealing with the person, you're dealing with their personal Christos. And maybe the personal Christos, they're going through these rough times because of karma or because of things they've done. And you're going to interfere with that? So these angels and archangels are alien-looking beings. And like I said at the beginning, some of them have wings, some of them do not. Now, why we have what you call, fifth dimensional guardians that look like angels, with wings, some of them. Well, let me push this incense back. Is because our DNA is coming from Oraphim and jewels. So some of that is coming from the Seraphim gold flame. So the humans have a little bit of gold flame in them, even though we're from the blue flame, Elohim. Remember, it's even talked about in Voyagers. The bird people, who are they? What's their name? Some of you should know the bird people in the gold flame. They're called Ceres. The original ones are spelled Cerez, Ceres. So the Ceres are the bird people. That's where bird avian DNA comes from. That's where wings come from. That's why there's a reptilian in the gold flame that has wings, a winged reptilian, because They're related to the bird people from the gold flame. But we got some of this sense in Lemuria. It was in Lemuria where the Ceres intermixed with the Lemurians to fix the 12-strand DNA matrix that are, the diamond sun DNA that we supposed to have. We didn't have it then. So they mixed some of the Guardians that did have it with the Lemurians. It straightened it out. It straightened out our DNA. So we had our full 12-strand DNA again with the Lemurians at the time. This is why the Atlanteans, who went in under control of the Illuminati priestcraft, they murdered the Lemurians. So because of that, they're two different agendas. They didn't want our agenda on the planet. They want to rule the planet without the Guardians. See what I'm saying? So that is part of the angel drama, part of our forbidden history. So thank you for those hearts, Holy Ones. You're so kind. and this is just something that we're learning in this ascension. When you learn about the DNA and about the different dimensions and even humans here are in this hybridization of our DNA, adding more than one race into one super race. Hitler took that the wrong way as superior races. The Guardians don't think that way, don't talk that way. We're making not a superior race, I said super race, one that has more than one race in it. And some of those are angels, some of those are archangels, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th dimension. And so we have that in our diamond sun DNA. Humans have angelic consciousness in their DNA. And while you activate yourself as a starseed in the Stargate opening cycle, in this ascension, you start to realize your angelic self. You start to realize your archangel self. You realize your avatar self. This is truly about the avatar level. These teachings teach you to reclaim your divine blueprint. Okay? Your 12th dimensional self is the Christos self. This is where the word Christos, comes from. It comes from the Guardians of the 12th dimension, which is the human race is part of that. Because the human race has 12-strand consciousness. So we go beyond angel, we go beyond archangel, all the way up to the avatar. Ultimately, we all go all the way up beyond that and higher into the kundure, higher into the all-encompassing God source, right? But we take that progressively. We make that progressively. So, Machiwa! Well, this is a live. Sip made a comment. If we're looking at a screen like you, we're making eye contact. Subtitles come in handy. This is a live, brother. I can't have subtitles on a live. There's no such thing as subtitles on a live. Maybe later, after I make clips from it, I'll put subtitles. There's always subtitles in my videos besides the live. Now, YouTube will put the subtitles on later. But during the actual live, there will not be subtitles. I'm sorry, brother. But anyways, I haven't had those complaints before. Nixon Dragon. Sure, you can be frank. I don't know what that comment means. Maybe you're talking to someone else. Daphne B's getting lit. And Helena's really happy being lit. Yeah, free right up. Thank you. Since I have no moderators today, be sure to hit that like button, Holy Ones. Well, how can all four of them be busy? Seriously. Daphne B said she would mod. Machiwa. We haven't had any trolls yet. Everything's cool so far. Danny, I'm an Indigo 3. I know I'm supposed to be a vlogger, but I'm like a blogger. I'm so introverted. Well, don't do lives. If you're introverted, don't want to be in front of people, do it offline and then upload. So you can be an introvert, make your video, and don't worry about it. If you're meant to do it. While you're saying that comment, let me make a comment about Ashiana. Ashiana has said it herself. I remember clearly in one of her workshops, she was taking a college course, public speaking, or I even took some courses like that in high school, but she was taking a class and she was too shy. She was too introverted. She actually quit college because of that. That's what she said. And that was hard for her to start doing the Guardian teachings because she was an introvert. She didn't like talking. It was one of her worst fears, she said. But she got through it somehow, and now she's making videos and it has public, she's made public seminars and workshops. So, excuse me, rub my eye. So she got over it. And you can get over that. As a matter of fact, you can learn from books and videos how to get out of being an introvert, or how to do public speaking if you're shy. I'm sure there's plenty of people teaching you how to solve that problem. So if you're serious about your Indigo 3 mission, I would say go for it. Machiwa. And don't worry about people judging you. I have people judging me all the time. And I got a smile on my face, and people can say nasty, horrible comments. It just bounces off, Holy One. Machiwa. Of course, Helena. Machiwa. And if you guys have comments, please put the Christos avatar somewhere in your message. And so there becomes a little highlight. I could see it better. Machiwa. So, 100 souls in the house. So we got it going on tonight. So angels is a good topic. It's a popular topic. And so I'm making artwork. And actually, I'm making a video about this too. About angels versus fallen angels. And showing them what the angels actually look like. They look like alien ETs. Some of them will have wings. Some of them won't. And so, but this is two distinct paths. Angels are following the path of order, and fallen angels are following the opposite of order. What is the opposite of order? Chaos. Anarchy, people would say. Okay? They follow the path of chaos, the path of anarchy. That's what fallen angels, the opposite of what guardian angels do. And so we talked about the Guardian Alliance, and it says in Voyager's books, that's where I got split up. I was going to ask for the moderator to put one of the links, and there's no moderators. So, yeah, in Voyager's books, it talks about the Guardian Alliance, and it says that they have 10 million star leagues. That means 10 million different planets, you guys, are part of the galactic, I almost said it, Guardian Alliance. So there's 10 million star leagues in the Guardian Alliance. It is the Guardian Alliance who contacted Ashiana in person. Some people are contacted directly by these beings. And so like Close Encounters, not Dream State, not Medicine State. So anyways, there's that would be kind of like a lower dimensional Guardian group. Now the higher Guardian group and the higher densities, density 4, right, is a large group, much larger group called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, IAFW. Talked about a lot in the Voyager's books. So since there's no moderators, let me put that in here for you. Machiwa. It's for free, you guys. Free knowledge and information, starting with Voyager's books. And so, which this is what I recommend you start with, at least. So here's Voyager's book 1. And here's Voyager's book 2. So they talk about something called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, and that has 25 billion star leagues. That means not people, not ambassadors, it's planets. There's 25 billion planets. And you better imagine that those 25 billion are serving Law of One, unity, consciousness. 25 billion unity conscious races, different races, galactic, you would say Guardian Angelic Nations are part of the IAFW. Okay? And so this is something that you may even connect with in some of your connections with spirit guides or higher selves. This is, you guys, this is our heritage. This is part of what we are, humans, okay? And so we have a lot of people, rooting for us. A lot of races want us to succeed. Even though some people believe Earth is the center of the universe, it's not. People don't even know what a universe is, much less the center of it. We're not the center of jack shit, excuse my language. Okay, because people think the universe revolves around our planet like this. It goes around Earth like this. It's total, utter BS. New Age propaganda, New Age distortion. Same as flat Earth, same as hollow Earth. There's an inner Earth. It's not the same as something that's hollowed out. Has nothing to do with Earth. It's off of Earth. Anyways, so we're not the center of the universe. But, however, our planet is very important because of the Amenti Stargate complex. So our planet, well, first of all, we were created as an angelic guardian race. Humans are angelic, okay? At that level, at the fifth dimensional level, we are angelic beings. Down here, we're not even close. We're not even acting like it. We don't look like it. We forgot who we are. But truly, we're a guardian angelic called the Terahertz. We're not just called humans, okay? We're called Terahertz. Say that with me. Terahertz. And let me show you on the diagram real quick so you guys can see the angelic human level of ourselves. Let me pull up Photoshop real quick. It just takes a few seconds. And here we go. So here we go. We have this 15-dimensional time matrix, one of God's creations. God created this hologram of matter. God wanted to explore itself, its spirit, one God, one self, one love, one heart, one mind. Okay? So this is where your 12th dimension is, the Christos level. That's where Christ comes from. That's what Christos comes from. It comes from 12th dimensional level. And this is where we have our divine blueprint. No distortions. No darkness. Only eternal joy. Only unconditional omni-love. All the levels above the 11th dimension. Everything above the 11th dimension is sacred and divine and serving Law of One, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. Everything below the 11th dimension, below our divine blueprint, everything below is a distortion or a copy of a copy of a copy, a distortion of a distortion of a distortion until you get all the way to the human distortion. Okay? We're not from 3D. We're not from Earth. We are from Tara. We are from the fifth dimension. This is why we're nothing like what we are in 3D. We're actually immortal. This is where immortality is normal. Okay? Actually, I've heard Ashiana speak about this. This is supposed to be immortal too, but our planet or the planet that we're on, Earth, was distorted. And since in her grids, in her shields, where if you distort the shield, you distort the all life on Earth. And now all life, not just humans, but all animal life, all plant life, all life, subatomic life, all life is distorted and now goes through a process of mortality and death. Okay, a real angel, the ones that we're talking about tonight, angels, okay, they're fifth dimensional or sixth dimensional beings. Archangels are seventh, eighth, and ninth dimensional beings. See, they're not even the highest. They're in the middle. Look, they're in the middle. They're not the highest. They're not the lowest, but they're somewhere in the middle. You have so much more beyond angels, you guys. You got 3 levels of avatars. You got 3 levels of Rishi. You got ascended masters up here. And, so they're not the shit. Okay? And we're not talking about anything great, really. When you talk about an angel, it's still low level, 6th dimension. What is that, out of 15? But notice the chakras are connected as well to the angel level. Your third eye is connected to the angel level. Your crown is actually starting to connect to the archangel level. New Age doesn't talk about the higher chakras. They don't talk beyond the 7 chakras. You look online and look for a chakra chart, you're going to see only 7 chakras. It's BS. It's a distortion in their teachings. There's much more than 7, you guys. There's 15. And then you'll have another distortion where people say there's hundreds of chakras. It's complete, utter nonsense, BS. Okay, this is what the Christos Emerald Order talks about and teaches. That there's 15 dimensions, not less, not more. There's 15 dimensions. Now, there is something called parallel universe or an antiparticle universe, but it's still 15 dimensions. What you can do, though, technically, is add these 15 and then these 15, and then you get 30. But there's only 15 dimensions. There's only 15 chakras. You see what I'm saying? This is just an antiparticle version of it. And you got also fallen versions all the way up to the 11. Remember, everything below the 12th dimension is distorted, twisted, is anti-God, anti-Christos, anti-life, anti-human, anti-earth, against us, against all life. That's the fallen angels. That's another topic. Tonight is about the guardians who are serving. Let me find one of my other diagrams. 1 second. This takes a second. This is our creeds. You find yourself gravitating to these creeds if you're an angel or archangel. Here's the opposite creeds. Okay? This is what we get in religion. This is why religions are fallen angelic systems. They're dark Templar, antichrist creeds. That's what religion is. It's an antichrist creed giving you serving up fear, right? Guilt. Fear God. God's going to judge you. You're guilty because you're a sinner. All this BS, man, is fallen angelic creeds. No, honey, you're an angel. You're calling yourself spiritual. Well, you're going to gravitate to these creeds. These are the true creeds. Okay? Not the fallen angelic creeds. So, Machiwa. Makaya. Mr. Mandizm became an angel. Thank you, Holy One. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the club. Machiwa. Thank you guys for being here tonight with me. Alicia Beckman. King Master Lord. Well, okay, so we did talk about major chakras. And when you see a chakra chart, those are showing the major chakras, but there's more than 7 major chakras. You're absolutely right. There are minor chakras. For example, your palm. In the middle of your palms, those are minor chakras. You also got small ones on each of your fingertips. And when I get lit, I'm going to get lit soon, I feel them. Like everything is boosted when I get lit. You have normal psychic potential, right? But you have boosted potential if you work on medicine or if you're in lucid dreaming, stuff like that. So, another one I really feel, a minor chakra, is my feet chakra. Right in the middle of your bottom of your feet, you could feel it, man. I feel it like on fire, hardcore, undeniable. And there's some people who don't believe in chakras. There's some people say it's a myth. It's not real. It's very real. You can literally feel them. You can literally see them if you have clairvoyance. Or you're just using what Ashana talks about, astral vision. If you have your astral vision turned on, activated, you can see these energy systems. 111, 111. Whoa. So we had 111 concurrent viewers. Irrelevant legend. Limiting beliefs. Yes, some people have limiting beliefs. I thought you were talking about this system. Machua. Sunset Dreams. Love and Light. Welcome, Sunset. I love you, Lakshmi. Thank you for those positive vibes and hearts and plants and hugs and bears and emojis of fire. Yeah. 144. You said it, Relevant Legend. 144, you guys. Remember I said there's 144, you have 144 angels. Technically they're called souls. And so you actually have 144 selves here on this level of, holographic universe, or I call it density universe 1. But you guys, don't forget about parallel, what I just mentioned just a little while ago. So if you have 144 here, and this is a parallel of that, you have 144 there. That's 288 angels and 288 archangels, 288 avatars. So you add all these up, and you're going to get 1,728 selves. Let's use a calculator. Let me see if I got one here. I don't have a physical calculator next to me, but I have my computer calculator. Okay, let me show this again, you guys. Well, let me show you on the screen so we don't need a calculator. But you can still calculate this if you want to while we're showing it. You can add these up. Go to the diagram. Okay, so in this system, you're going to live 144 times. Okay, put that in your calculator. Plus 144 times. Plus 144 times. Plus 144 times. Plus 144 times. Now take that number and double it because of the antiparticle universe. You have the same amount as you did here that you just added. Now, after you double that number, you're going to live 144 times in this level. And then you're going to live 144 times in this level. And that should equal 1,728, unless also this level. So that should add up to 1,728. And that's what the Guardians call your inner Christos. So actually, the whole Hindu concept of past life and future lives is a distortion. It's not future or past. It's all simultaneous. All these 1,728 versions of you are happening at once, are happening in their places, in their time vectors. So What's interesting, though, is you can have something called twin flames and soulmates who you may meet in the same life. Just understand what that is. That's the other half of you. That's another half of your DNA. So there's a huge benefit to hooking up with your soulmate or twin flame. So I just wanted to talk about that, show that real quick. So find your angel self. If you truly want to connect to your angel consciousness, it's your third eye. Okay, you guys? That's not something you hear in New Age, that your third eye is your angelic self, your angelic identity, the angelic matrix. Right here. So take 144 divided by 3. What is that? 12 to 6. 26? Wait. I suck at math right now, so let me just do it on the calculator real quick. Like, it's so hard, right? Shit. 144 divided by 3. So 48. So you have 48 angels. Because there's 48. Remember, there's 3 dimensions for each universe. So this is 144, but just one of them would be 48. 48 here, 48 lives here, 48 lives here. And in the lower density 1 and 2, it's male, female. Well, I know for Earth for sure. Density universe 1, you're going to be male, female, male, female, male, female. Eventually, you're not males and females anymore. You're just androgynous. So gender is just a temporary spiritual experience. It's not meant to be permanent. It's not permanent. As a matter of fact, you no longer just being individuals as well. You become a collective identity, consciousness. Not just simple one focus, one tangent, one piece, one fragment. You're a complete family of consciousness. My lemon water. We're going to get lit in 5. Yeah. So you have 48 technically souls. Now, Dimension 5 is actually technically archetypes. Dimension 4 is technically astral beings. So they really start at celestial level, which is 48 strands. Which is 48 selves you're going to live as a celestial being. And so, but the archangels are 3 dimensions. So there's 3 levels of archangels, and that would be 144. So yeah, but if you want to consider the parallel side, you have 288 archangel selves. Okay, you guys? And it's interesting, those versions of you up there are probably involved with the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, IAFW. Let's go over the PDF. So it sounds like I'm making this up. And this is, how religious people quote Bible verses? Well, we can quote Emerald Order verses. How's that? Like, it's technically page numbers. So let me open up, which you got for free. I put it in the chat tonight. Voyager's PDF 1, Voyager's PDF 2. And we'll do it live to show you I'm not making it up. There is really something called the Guardian Angelic Nations that part of yourself in density 3 and higher are part of. Machiwa. So let me go to the PDF. And so I can never get this to cover my whole screen. I don't know why, but anyways. Let me see if I can do that right now. Nope, it's not working. Okay. So, no big deal. You can see this, right? So, let me double check. Yeah. We'll use the search bar and type in Guardian Angelic Nations. Guardian angelic, put the letter in, it comes up. 37 results, man. Was I making this up? I'm not. There's actually something called Guardian Angelic Nations. Which you're part of as the human race. Who our purpose is to protect these stargates. I mentioned them at the beginning of the live. These fallen angels aren't really trying to get us. They want our freaking stargates, man. We're in their way. Okay? So anyways, I'm not trying to go off topic. Let's go look down to they organized the IAFW, creating a unified collective of Guardian Angelic Nations. That's who is the IAFW. Okay? It's the Guardian Angelic Nations. And it was created to protect our time matrix, our 15-dimensional time matrix, from this fallen angelics who want dominion over everything. We're trying to restore the integrity of our time matrix because of the damage these fallen angelics have done. So let me go to the next one. The 15-dimensional IAFW, I just said that earlier. Maybe you're thinking I was making it up. Right here, you guys, in Voyagers. 25 billion interdimensional Guardian Angelic Nations. Okay? So that's a lot of... each one of those represents a planet. And each one of those planets, well, we have a billions. So maybe there's billions and trillions on one of these planets of 25 billion. That's a hell of a lot of legions of angels. Of course, there's legions of fallen angels too. So, but yeah, you guys, this is our heritage. And this thing was created 250 billion years ago when those, that fallen angelics started. They started the warring 250 billion years ago, and because of the warring, because of the falling, they created this to protect the time matrix. Otherwise, the fallen angels would have consumed this living matrix. Let's go to the next one. Okay, they're often... Okay, the Guardian Angelic Nations don't refer to God. I mean, they don't call it God. They call God the Unisci. That's what this was about. Unisci. So, I don't use the word Unisci because people will think it's a bunch of New Age BS. Oh, God is the Unisci. You could say that if you know what we're talking about. You know the Christos information. The Guardians call God Unisci, which means... Okay, don't come up with some out of context meaning. It says right here what it means. The Unisci means the central point of all union. Okay, where everything comes together. This is why we talk about unity. But religion tells you the opposite message of unity. They say you're separate from God. Hello, advanced extraterrestrial races say no, you're all united with God, with the one all. You're part of the one all, Vatos. What's up, Guardians and Founders? Let's go to the next one. We don't have to go through all these. Don't worry. I just wanted to get this point across. Yeah, they also don't call the Guardians Angelic Nations don't call Ascended Masters. They call them by the Anuhazi word, which is Janus. Ascended Masters are actually called Janus by the Guardians. And Janus means, remember, don't go out of context, we tell you what it means. That means they're of or in the Unisci. If I switch to my diagram real quick, just to show it, why isn't it showing? Let me this has happened in my last live. I was confused. Now let's refresh it and it should show it. Man, it's still not showing my Photoshop. I have no idea why. My Photoshop is on. What's up? That's retarded. Anyways, I won't go into that too deep right now. I was just going to show you on my diagram this concept right here. But anyways, let's go to the next one. Countless. See, when you get to 25 billion, you can call it countless by that point. This is another message saying that we were created to restore what the fallen angelics have done. And they've done a lot of horrible damage to this, to our the 15-dimensional time matrix, and we're here as guardians to restore that. Okay. What you guys don't maybe not know about the royal houses? There's the Gold Flame royal house. See, once again, I want to show you that in freaking my diagram. What's up with that? Oh, now it's showing. Okay, now it's showing. They're talking about this. If you go to look at the Universal Trinity, blue flame, gold flame, violet flame, they each have a house. The blue flame has the royal house of Armentana, the name of the planet, which we come from, by the way. The gold order has the royal house of Vega, because that's where they originated from. We originated, all species of blue flame originated out of the Armentana. All species, reptilians, bird beings, mantid beings, dinoid beings, they all originated out of Vega. All violet flame races, Pegasi, deer, whales, dolphins, they all come out of the Avion. That's not as well known as Planet Vega. Nobody's heard of Armentana, except for people in these teachings. But these are the three houses: Royal House of Avion, Royal House of Vega, Royal House of Armentana. And that passage that we were reading was saying that they don't call them the royal houses when in communication with Earth humans, as they don't want to imply. Okay, it's just explaining a little bit about the three houses. Star leagues. I was talking about star leagues. You think I was making that word up? Probably. There is actually something called star leagues, and that's what these Guardian Angelic Nations are. And this is a chapter talking about the stargates, or the councils. The councils are called signet councils or stargate councils. New Age just calls them Council of Nine, which is actually a fallen council. But anyways, I can keep going on and on and on. You see them all talking about the Guardian Angelic Nations. It's a real thing. So, just wanted to show you guys that in context of our teachings. Machiwa! Makoye! Masutas! Yeah, you guys, so let me read some of this. If you guys want to... Yeah, I love this word Avion. I love the word Avion. And it's so weird because I was, what's the deal with this shit? I used to think of like, it may not seem like a big deal to some people, but I was always trying to be so creative and making my usernames for games and stuff, video games. And one of the ones I just came out of my head was Avion. I started using it as one of my game characters, having no idea of the spiritual connection to the violet flame, which is why I have personally in my life, and some of you probably have these spirit guides: dolphin, violet flame; whales, violet flame; Pegasus, heavy, number one in my spirit guides, violet flame. Okay, so those type of small details in your personal life are actually cues, signs of who you're connected to: blue flame, violet flame, gold flame. See? Okay. So anyways, Yes, Daphne. Isn't that so interesting? Like there's been a few things like that in my life that just were signs that it just was in my DNA, right? Alicia says blue avian. That sounds cool. But I actually think it's avian, not avian. Avian is A-V-I-A-N, and blue avians is what Corey Good talks about, right? So, which is basically, he's not even providing a race name. Do you think they're really called blue avians? That's a description. What's their name, Corey? Why don't you tell us their name, right? It's an avian that's blue. Well, okay, what's their name? Let's be polite and address their name. He doesn't address their name. He calls them sphere beings and blue avians, but doesn't provide names. Oh, Alicia, yes, definitely there's blue Azurites. Okay, so I consider myself an Azurite. I've seen Azurite beings, freaking unbelievable conscious beings. Unfreaking believable. And if you see them or hear them or connect to them, you will know, you will sense that they're a huge, huge collective. One Azurite, you see, when you add up all your 144s, 144 in density universe 1, 144 in density universe 4, 2, density universe 3, 144, density universe 4, 144. You see what an Azurite is, how many beings are inside an Azurite. So, Ashiana says she's an Azurite. She even made her original company, Azurite Temple. She doesn't use that anymore. She uses Tantri Ahura now, but that was the original thing. Azurite Temple, Machiwa. And I'm gonna make a video about Azurites, and I've worked on it a bit, like creating the Azurite being, and so I'm trying to eventually get to a video about it. Yeah, the Anuhazi, not just my name. I named my name myself Anuhazi because of my connection to Anuhazi, which is the 12th dimensional Lyrans, coming from planet Armentana. When all these New Agers talk about Gaia, they only know about Gaia. They're forgetting about Tara, and they're forgetting about Armentana. You go look in Google, nobody is talking about Armentana. It doesn't exist for them. And barely, hardly any people know about Tara. Now, you learn these teachings, you're going to learn the forbidden history, you're going to learn the hidden history, you're going to learn your heritage. As an angel, as an archangel, as an avatar, you're going to know we're not coming from Gaia, we're not coming from Earth, we're coming from Tara. Get that straight, homies. What's up? Represent the Christos. Makaya. We're from Gaia too, but not till way, way, way later. Come on. You're not ascending to Gaia, homies. You're not going to skip dimensions 4, dimensions 5, dimension 6, and then go to Gaia. You know, it's not happening. You go progressively. You go from subatomic particle, you go to plant, you go to human, you go to astral, you go to archetype, you go to angel. You see, you don't just jump from human to archangel. That's happening later. You'll get there eventually. Let's not skip a whole part of our history called Tara. Machiwa. Dolphins and whales. You said it, Lakshmi. I love dolphins and whales. I've had lucid dreams with both. I've seen them both in real life, of course. I don't just mean SeaWorld. I had some spiritual journey. I was homeless. I ended up in Hawaii. And I was visiting the coastline every day. I would go to the freaking beach every day. And one of these days, I went out there. Usually on medicine too, by the way. A whale, man. A whale jumped out of the water. I'm like, OMG. Thank you, Holy Ones. You see what I'm saying? Violet Flame, what's up? I've had lucid dreams of, I had one lucid dream of a dolphin rescuing me from a reptilian. I was in the water helpless because I had to get to land, but there was this reptilian, and the dolphin came, got me on her back, and we swam away to safety. It was a lucid dream. And what are dreams really? Okay? Your body goes to sleep. Your consciousness does not. Your consciousness doesn't need rest, homie. Your body needs rest, needs food, needs energy. Your consciousness doesn't need that. After you sleep, it doesn't need to sleep. It's busy doing other things. Machiwa. It's definitely getting time to be lit because it's already almost 8. So I just want to check for more questions and stuff. So Celestial Presentia. That's a beautiful name. Isn't that beautiful? So cool. Thank you for being here, sister. When I take sacred mushroom medicine, I seem to connect with the dragon entities that project knowledge into me. And I want to say that there are guardian dragons. Now, we know what dragons are. It's a race, not some mythological fantasy creature from World of Warcraft or fantasy movies. That's an actual race of fallen angelic beings. Straight up. That's where dragons came from. They were created by the Omicron dragon moths. That's where dragons come from. They come from somewhere. That's where they come from. However, just like Anunnaki can do host matrix and become good, so can the dragons. Okay? There's all kinds of host matrices talked about in the Voyagers books. The Melchizedeks are a host matrix. The Indigo Children Type 3 are a host matrix. There's all kinds of host matrices that was done on Atlantis. There was host matrices in Lemuria. So certainly dragons could have had an opportunity to become good. So it's not impossible to have guardian dragons. Much respect to your experience with your dragon. And I noticed how you put a green dragon. You guys, I saw a beautiful green dragon in one of my dreams. Like, it was moving, like levitating in air. I wouldn't say flying, because flying is whoosh, right? It was going like this, slowly. Its serpent body, like I say serpent, like the Chinese dragon is like that, right? Like this body. It was a body, but it was like the size of a truck, not some giant Game of Thrones dragon. It was a small dragon. It was definitely green. And I saw it going like this, you know, like if I'm looking at it, I see the body going like this, and then it comes around and faces me. So this freaking amazing dragon is looking at me like a slight smile. It was freaking amazing. I think I woke up as soon as I saw that. But anyways, that was a positive experience. Okay, some of you have dragon guardians. It's a real thing. Just know, please realize, keep in context that they come from a fallen angelic race. Machua. Now, there is always guardian dinoids, dinosaurs. There was always guardian birds, always guardian mantids. The mantids didn't fall. The bird people didn't fall. But dragons came out of the reptilians. Reptilian Omicron dragon moths created the dragon race. So there is an origin. It's not a founder race. A dragon is not a founder race. It's a child race of the Omicron. But yes, you can have. I just explained it. You can have a positive dragon, but just understand most of them are fallen. Machua. Yeah, he took sacred mushroom medicine. I seem to connect with the dragon entities. Yeah. I've had one time many different colored dragons flying around me, and some of them I could even feel. I felt their body. I felt different beings' bodies. I used to have a guardian that was a fox. It was, whatever other people think of the fox, whatever this fox was, it was very, very loving, always happy to see me, jumping around, making little fox kisses on me. It was on more than one lucid dream, and one of those lucid moments, I was just so happy with the fox, and I was petting it. I'm petting the fox, and I was awake, petting the fox. I felt the fox's body, man. OMG. Machua. Let's throw a little bit of frankincense on. White copal. White copal. Because there is, let me see. Because there is gold copal. So I'm going to have some white and gold. Machiwa. See, this is a big piece. I'm not going to put this much on. It's sap from a tree. The essence of a tree. No stick incense, honey. Stick incense is not resin. Stick incense is chemicals with a chemical fragrance. What's up? You're not getting any benefits from stick incense, Holy One. I know they're cheap. I know they smell nice, maybe for some of you. I don't think they smell nice, but because once you've had the real thing, man, you will dislike stick incense smells. I mean, I've been given that as gift, but they didn't know that I disliked stick incense. My energies don't want the fake. I want the real deal. So who wants to get lit? Any of you want to get lit with me? Put a fire emoji in chat. What's up? I know Helena does. And so this is part of your identity. An angel is part of who you are on a specific conscious level. And it is angels, part of the Guardian Alliance, part of the Interdimensional Association of Free Will, free worlds, Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, okay, who are incarnating on Earth to help Earth. They do service, egalitarian, unity type of beings want to help out beings who are having trouble. Humans are definitely having drama and trouble. And we know from these teachings that Earth is descending, not ascending. And if you want to ascend, you have to use bioregenesis. What does bio stand for? DNA. DNA regenesis. You have to regenerate your DNA to ascend. You can't just normally ascend now. Well, not now, 2024. It has been like that. So a lot of people think in New Age that everybody's ascending. It's complete, utter bullshit. All you have to do is look in the world. Look in the world. Do you see people awakening? What you see is people like de-evolving. You see it. You see people acting, behaving, and going into lower places, not going into higher places in their consciousness. And so we have a lot of fallen angelic propaganda. We have a lot of corruption in our politics, in our governments, in our religions. Little kids getting raped, little boys getting raped in churches. And your Pope, these teachings, the Emerald Order. Oh, okay. Don't worry, I'm getting lit. I just want to show this because some people will say that's bullshit. Okay, you think I'm just making that up? It's just a conspiracy theory. Okay, go to Voyager's real quick. We'll do this real quick. This is Voyager's 1. I'll go to the top. I'll put in Vatican. Vatican. Okay, it's not in Voyager's 1. So let's look in Voyager's 2. See, I didn't even look Guardian Angelic Nations in Voyager's 2, but I know they're here. Vatican, 1 result. Wait, I thought there was more than 1 result, you guys. But notice it's evolved with Draconians, Omicron Draconians, the reptilians. We just talked about dragons, right? Coming from reptilians. The reptilians took over the Vatican of Rome. Actually, maybe if I look up Council of Nicaea, it might be there. Council of Nicaea. Yeah, it starts talking about the Church of Rome. The Draconian infiltrated, that means the dragons, it means the reptilians took over the Church of Rome. And they falsified the real teachings of Jesus, John the Baptist, and Miriam, Jesus' half-sister. They took them. Oh, it wasn't just that. They added actually a bunch of New Age teachings into the Bible. But it's not mentioned right here, but it's mentioned somewhere in this thing. But let me do that. But yeah, I'm sure it says it again. Council of Nicaea. 325. The Council of Nicaea. Omicron, Draconian, dragons, reptilians, legions, motivated their Illuminati races, governing the ones who were running the Roman Empire, to join forces, with your friends, Galactic Federation. And people love the Galactic Federation. We're not talking about Galactic Federation. We're talking about Guardian Alliance, not your reptilian Anunnaki Galactic Federation. And the Luciferian Pleiadians from Nibiru. It's an unholy alliance. Anyways, I just wanted to show real quick about the Vatican and your precious Church of Rome. Wasn't making it up. I'm not claiming things. This channel is called Christos Avatar because it's based on the innerchristos information. I can't run my air conditioner when I'm doing a live because it's too loud for the microphone. But I can definitely feel it's hot. So, you guys, there's something wrong with the Pope and the church. Look up, just Google search right now if you want to. Just look up Pope Audience Chamber. Pope Audience Chamber. Okay? And you will see a confirmation of the reptilian connection. You still want to worship your church and the Pope and the religion? So, let's get lit and we'll still keep talking about angels. Charge with your transmitting hand. You learn from Cathara Biospiritual Healing that your right hand is the transmitter. The left hand is the receiver. Receive, transmit with the right hand. And so you transmit intentions, positive words and vibrations. Like, what do you want? What do you need? What do you desire? Positive energies, psychic visions, because you know this will probably give you psychic visions, psychic energies, connection to your higher selves. Put that in there. Put in omni-love. Put in whatever you want. Grace, mindfulness, knowledge, information, connection to my higher selves, you know, my starseed or whatever. Whatever you want, beloveds. Machiwa. And when you do that kind of stuff, you see it in your mind's eye. See it. Visualize a picture of it happening now. That's part of manifestation. Usually take a drink before and a drink right after. So your throat is coated for the smoke. See, no cough if you drink before and drink after. I don't know about you guys, but within seconds, I feel my chakras start to, it's like build up. It usually starts right away in my third eye. 111. Right now, there's 111 of you souls online. You see what I'm talking about, these numbers? Signs. Confirmations. We got a question here. Celestial. I have a theory. The Galactic Federation of Worlds are trying to dominate the Earth. Well, I just said that. The Galactic Federation is the bad guys. And that emissary is supposed to be some kind of queen. Who is emissary? That's a word that means like an ambassador, right? So, the Galactic Federation are the bad guys. Okay? Now, maybe this is in Voyagers. Let's look up Galactic Federation. I know it's for sure it's in Voyagers too. Okay? Because there's a lot of lovers. And hey, they don't know better. They want to be enlightened. They want to follow higher beings like the Guardians. But those are false Guardians. Right? We talk about angels. They're fallen angels. And let's see it from the Emerald Order's teaching itself. Not just from your brother Anuhazi. It doesn't mean you automatically follow a book either. I'm just saying, when people actually see it, then it makes a difference to them. In a book or whatever. So we'll go to the top like we usually do. This is Voyagers 2. Voyagers 2. And we'll go in the search and put Galactic, your precious Galactic Federation, not precious. 72 results. Don't worry, we won't go through all of them. HU1, Density Universe 1. Okay, this is at the beginning when they were good. We're not talking about that. That was a long time ago. I'm trying to get to, okay, this is where I was trying to get to. The Jehovian Anunnaki. The Jehovian Anunnaki, which are fallen angels. They run. Hello, they run Galactic Federation, also Ashtar Command. There's one of those subscripts right here. Let me see. 1, last defected. That means they were once with the Guardians, Emerald Covenant, then they left it. 10 AD. They defected, okay? Since the Atlantean flood, no less. And so this is the Jehovian fallen angelic Anunnaki who run Galactic Federation, okay? And also they tell you who is an Archangel Michael. I made videos about this. Some people think it's absurd. It's not my point of view or personal ideas. It's coming from the Emerald Order teachings. You'll see right here who Archangel Michael is. Not a person, not a good guy, a Nephite, Nephilim, Necromaton, Anunnaki hybrid collective of Orion, Alpha Centauri, Sirius A, and Andromeda. With the subscript 2, what does 2 say? They, because it's a race of beings, not an individual archangel. It's a race. They defected from the Emerald Covenant in 148,000 BC. So a long, long time ago, they used to be good. Now they're not, obviously, since this year. And so run Jehovian and Elohim, Earth Dominion. Hello, that's called New World Order. Earth Dominion agendas. And we're directly responsible for the Nephilim invasion. Okay, you remember the Nephilim, it's in the Bible. So is Elohim in the Bible. And so is Seraphim in the Bible. Angel names, but we'll talk about that. But let's finish this Galactic Federation thing. Because they invaded us, by the way. Let's just keep going down to Galactic Federation. The United Intruder Resistance intends to stage a mass landing with... So if that happens, you know it's this fallen angelic Galactic Federation. If you see a mass landing. Not the Guardians. The Guardians are not going to do no mass landing. I've heard it from Ashiana herself say that. If you see beings landing on Earth, extraterrestrials, it's not the good guys. Oh, they're going to say... they're the good guys. They're gonna say they're the Guardians. They're gonna say they're your creator races even. It's all bullshit, Vato Locos. Just remember, you heard it here at Christos Avatar. You heard it from Speaker 1, Yasha Ashiana, and the Guardians. You see it right here. They intend the United Intruder Resistance. These invading fleets, like I just said, will come as peace and as peacemakers, claiming, what did I just say? Claiming to be our ancient creator gods and family. And they're intervening to protect us from destroying ourselves and our planet. Because we're terrible, horrible sinners, right? That's what you think now because of their religions. Oh, they will bring you supposedly miraculous cures for cancer and several other diseases, including plagues they seeded, and provide seemingly amazing technologies for environmental cleanup. So you guys see, when this happens, you'll know who these beings really are. The personifications of angels. Right. Angels sent from above. And if their plans as intended, the Pope, oh, your precious Pope, not precious, and the collective global religious leaders, oh, that's what they are, man. They're coming together as the one world united order to gather and afford the public of this, oh, they're going to call it the great gift of God, seducing you all, following these... the masses of you following this seduction into blind subservience. It's like you guys want to be ruled by a god. You're so used to being in blind subservience. Get off your knees, human race. Get off your knees from the new angelic world government. They want a unified humanity in the eyes of God. It's not united in God. It's a new world. It's a new world order, all right. You're going to be seeing this in your lifetime, the Federation of Planets, following your galactic freaking federation. Machiwa. and Ashtar Command, Anunnaki collectives. Your precious Federation is Anunnaki. And now you're being trained, you're being taught that Anunnaki are good. Inky is good. Marduk is good. Enlil is good. Now you're feuding over who is good. Is it this fallen angelic Inky, or is it the other fallen angelic Enlil? Mochiwa. And we can go on and on about your precious, not precious Babel Galactic Federation who was involved in the Babylon massacre. You know, the Bible talks about Babylon. These Luciferian, Palladian, Nuberian legions. Your precious, not precious Galactic Federation. Your Anu this, Anu that, Anu Melchizedek, human Illuminati. You know who is the Illuminati? They gained this control over the indigo children. They gained control over the indigo children. My Galactic Federation, my ass. Their alliance with the Anunnaki and the Luciferian covenant. Vatos. The Luciferian covenant. That is who, you see, the Jehovian and Luciferian Anunnakis races of the Galactic Federation who want to dominate with the one world order. This is who you serve. This is who you believe in the New Age. This is who you follow. You follow Thoth, you follow the Galactic Federation, you're following Enoch, you're following Luciferians, man. And you think you're awakened, and that all this other information we're bringing is the one that's a lie. You see, they take it upside down with their Galactic Federation. I'm going to make a video about the Galactic Federation and their friends, the Luciferian Pleiadian. They're not all Pleiadians are nice. Nuberian, definitely not. Anunnaki races. Federation, they're the ones who, the Luciferian again. See, you think Galactic Federation, just think Luciferian. And your Knights Templar were Galactic Federation Luciferian. And they began a crusade to destroy or distort any records of Atlantis. Oh, what do they say now? There is no Atlantis. Oh, because of these freaking Galactic Federation, because of the Luciferians, made it so. Now you think Atlantis is fairy tale. It's not fairy tale, holy ones. You're learning right here. I'm not making this up. You see the Guardians, Emerald Covenant. Falsified Atlantean maps, falsified flat earth maps, falsified hollow earth maps, coming from your different competing Illuminati human forces, who are, once again, Galactic Federation, Luciferians, Knights Templars. You getting it yet? No? Yes? Maybe so? And that's time of King Arthur, a real being. And so is the Ark of the Covenant, an actual gold thing. Actual thing. Talked about by the Emerald Order too. Arthurian Grail Quest, Holy Grail Quest line, Holy Grail line. Jesus came from the Holy Grail line, is an indigo child, type 1. There's type 1, type 2s, type 3s. What's up, family? Okay? The same Galactic Federation bringing you genocide crusades, Knights Templar. Okay? And they're against the angelic humans and indigo children. They're against us. And this is during Arthurian Grail Quest, 12 AD. There's something that happened in France where they murdered more indigo children. See, the Illuminatis want to kill the indigos. They're against us. We're the exact opposing force on Earth. They're against what we bring, which is God's original intention. Not these fallen angelic things that you've been worshiping, man. New world of America. They talk about America. Watch. You just have to search. What you're going to find out right now might disturb some of you. Some of you, this is going to disturb. Voyagers 2, Ashiana Dean, Emerald Order, what's up? Put in America. In the Emerald Order, put in America. Let's find out something about the real founding of America. Let's find that's what's called spiking out territory. Let's look up this in Voyagers 2. Not South America. South America again. South America. I don't think that's it either. I'm looking for New World of America, Old World of Atlantis. And that's where the control site Gruul, because Ashiana talks about the Gruul. It's in Sarasota, Florida. She lives by it on purpose. She lives in the Gruul in Sarasota, Florida. Our teacher, Ashiana. So, there's a taste of what your Galactic Federation is. My Chiwa. And we give you those links for free. If you, I mean, you guys, it's not hard to find to use Google. Just put Voyagers 2 Ashiana Dean PDF. Make sure you put the word PDF, because you don't have to buy the book, you guys. Why pay hundreds of dollars for this? It's being bootlegged, or you call it bootleg? You know, someone taking the original and selling copies of it. So that's copyrighted material, by the way. I'm not for it or against it. I'm just saying that people need the information. Why not allow people to share it? Right? Right? Come on. I'm pro Ashiana. I'm pro Guardians and Emerald Covenant. But why? Why has it got to be a trademark? Okay. I understand having to keep the information pure, and people are going to try to distort it. Of course. People always have been, since ancient man, have tried to distort things. What's new? I mean, look at our politicians. Have we ever put 100% in any of our politicians and feel in our heart and our mind that they were telling all the truth? I mean, come on. You know that there's distortions in all of these political leaders and presidents and kings and queens and emperors and popes and what the F. You're being ruled. You're not supposed to be being ruled. Oh, then you say we would have anarchy if there was no rulers. You guys, if you're being ruled, you're being manipulated from your original state, which would be good. You'll all be in unity and getting along. There would be no distortion. There would be no war. There would be no hatred, inequalities, kings or queens. There wouldn't be no corruption. There wouldn't be no crime. You get it? I mean, you're in tyranny. You're in rulership, a slave. That's a sign you're in dark times. You're in danger zone. You're in principalities of fallen angels, man. Extraterrestrials. Not just Illuminati. Oh, they're little puppets of these ETs. You think you got rulers down here. The real rulers, not the puppet ones. The real ones are extraterrestrial reptilians or Anunnaki. They both want your asses. And there's actually a third faction called Necromaton. There's three major fallen angelic factions, because there are Elohim, which are fallen Elohai. The Guardian name don't use Elohim. The Guardians call themselves Elohai. The fallen ones, which was the ones who renamed themselves Anu Elohim. The Elohim were once called a race called Anu. The New Age calls it Anu. No, the Guardians call it Anyu. Anu. If you want the accurate Guardian version, that's what it is. Not Anu, but Anu. And the Anu renamed themselves Anu Elohim. Elohim is the fallen version of Elohai. There is a good race in Guardian races: God, unity, Unisai, Christ Star, all are one. You feel that in your heart and mind, holy ones? You feel that message? What are you learning in all these other systems? Right? So, when you don't hear unity, or even some mention of Christ or Christos, religion talks about Christ in a different context. First of all, we call it Christos. The Guardian Angelic Nations call him, remember, 25 billion star leagues, are calling it. Okay, so you have your syntax, you have your terminology. The Guardians have this one. I'd rather go with the Universal Guardians. Yeah, I'd rather go by the original language, what the Guardians use. If you want to call something a universal language out there amongst ETs, the universal language is not Latin, is not English. It's called Anuhazi. Anuhazi are the original extraterrestrial, the first ones. Literally, the first alien race in all existence is the Anuhazi, which are connected to the humans. We're connected to them, I mean. So it's Elohim is the blue flame. My crown's on fire, man. This 7 chakra is on fire. So Elohim, out of the blue flame came the gold flame. So the blue flame is always the number uno. It's always the greatest energy, because it all starts in the first cause. The first cause is blue flame. The secondary cause is the gold flame that came out of the blue flame. Then there's a third cause, a third part that comes out of the gold flame called the violet flame. Blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. 3 flames. You know there's 3 flames, you guys. Everything came out of the 3 flames. We're talking about our 15-dimensional time matrix. All life came out of the Elohim. So you see, even all of us races and all of us unity, universal trinity, all come together from the Elohim. So what came out of the Elohim and the extraterrestrials? They created a planet called Armatena, and they put a race there called Anuhazi. They were feline hominids. Just like in the movie Avatar, blue avian, or blue felines. Cat people. Like Avatar movie. Those were beautiful, blue-skinned, feline hominid extraterrestrials, which are Christ avatars. Christ avatars are the Lyran feline hominids called Anuhazi. And I've talked about this before. I have seen my Christ avatar, and I saw my higher feline Lyran selves. I saw several Lyrans, felines. Let me refresh my screen. Lucidly. Not just some like obscure dream I had last night. I don't remember fully, clearly. No, crisp, lucid, perfect picture of the event, of the being, the energy. Much. Haven't you ever seen lucid, you guys, in your dreams or on medicine? Haven't you seen lucidly? You understand what lucidly is. It is a greater reality that you're connecting to, so it's more real than this distortion. You're actually re-seeing what you are originally, because Earth is not the original. You know, you think we're going that way or evolving to something. No, you fell from something. If you're going up, you're just trying to reclaim that original self, which is a 5th dimensional being. We're not originally 3D. We're not from 3D. We're from 5D. So if you found yourself in below 5D, 4D, 3D, 2D, or 1D, if you find yourself below 5D, you fell from your original 5D self. Because original humans are considered angelic. Density 2 is basically the level of angels. I say basically because it's technically the 6th dimension, but I see it so many times connect the angel to any being from density 2. So I just stick with that generalization that they kind of like put there. So there's around, you would say, angels coming from density 2, archangels coming from density 3, and holy avatars coming from density 4. Dimensions 10 are avatars too, you guys. Dimensions 11 are avatars, and but they both have darkness in them. Dimension 12, there's avatars, Christ avatars, no darkness, no polarization, not stuck on evil or good. There is no, that's a polarity. You go beyond polarity, include all polarities. When you put this extreme and this extreme together, there's understanding, there's unity, there's connection, there's the whole. You're getting the whole instead of a polarized piece. Thank you for those hearts. I love you. Kiss you. Let's make love. You see what I'm saying? The whole. You are the whole, the one. You're the unified field of creator. You are creator. Experiencing itself in a dimensionalized, polarized, literally you got to parallel an antiparticle to your particle. It's literally separate. God has put itself in different frequencies and then duplicated them as a, if it's called like antimatter, you know, the opposite of matter is an antimatter. Antimatter. So they come together because it's originally a separation, but you're trying to put the separation back to the whole. So any teachings that tell you the opposite message is the fallen angelic message. This is why most people on a spiritual journey, whatever religion or belief system, they're trying to bring themselves together. They're trying to bring in their higher parts. They're trying to understand God. They're trying to understand who they are. They're trying to understand what their mission is. You know, those are all natural things. Don't be impatient. Enjoy these times. You guys are evolving. And so you're learning. Is simply what you're really saying is you're awakening, activating what you already have. Remember, it's all sleeping in your dormant DNA until you consciously go through a life, have all these spiritual experiences. See, you actually need to go through spiritual experiences until you ascend. Because you have to keep raising your... When you say raise your frequency, it sounds so weird. What does that actually mean? Raise your frequency. Frequency is consciousness. Raise your consciousness. Expand your consciousness to higher realities, higher worlds, higher principles. Well, angels are one of those higher principles, higher worlds, higher selves. We're multidimensional. That means you have experience. You exist at 3D. So you're made of 3D, but you're also made of 2D and 1D. You're multidimensional. But we already know our higher identities in Density Universe 2. You have 3 yous, different levels of you in other realities above you. So, multidimensional, more than one dimension. Right now we're experiencing 3 dimensions together, Remember, this is a harmonic universe. In Kithara, you learn the basics of particle physics. The ultra, there's microparticles, but these are ultra microparticles. That's not even a real word in science, ultra micro. The Guardians have generations, levels way below your quark, or whatever your most tiniest science particle is. Subatomic, quantum level, whatever, right? So, no, there's something that the Guardians call themselves ultra micro particle. So there's some scientists haven't even found the smallest particle yet. There's a lot of things that the Guardians talk about that the Earth scientists haven't discovered yet. So that's very interesting that you're going to learn some of these principles. This is called a spiritual science. You got science and spirit. Yes, you can find, in science, you can find the soul. You can find God. Okay? You realize you're on tyranny of fallen angels. You're being ruled by them. They give you uninvention. They want you in dark ages. They've taken you there before a few times. Yes? You've had horrible things happen to your nations. Yes? You had the Great Depression in the early 1900s, right? 20th century. Mokoye. Suicides. War. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, 9/11. Chicas, where's World War III? Chicasma, World War III. What is war? It's blood ritual. These dark beings are eating energy of all the death and murder. The dark energies. You want to experience the most dark energies, so you create war. Your race, your human race, you're part of it, right? You're here, is in this freaking consciousness. You see it? We transcend that. We're trying to transcend that. We're trying to awaken ourselves. And we are. Some of us are. It's ascension, you guys. We're all humans are experiencing something negative or positive. Because if you're awakening, that's the positive ones on earth. All the ones who have no clue are the ones who believe in the Luciferian system. You're in the Luciferian system, a fallen angelic system. The reptilians are the satanic system. Reptilians are Satan. Lucifer is the Anunnaki. So there's more than one, you would say, Illuminati race. You got all kinds of different Illuminati races mentioned in Voyagers 2. I've shown you this on live too, you guys. It's in the back of Voyagers 2. And so this is once again the forbidden knowledge. It's not allowed to be talked about, but we're talking about it. The Emerald Order, for example, the Voyagers material talks about it. We expose these false creeds, these fallen angels. We talk about them, the true history, which you're fed a false history. You're given a false sciences, like it's distorted, it's limited. You're giving false religions. It's a whole slavery system, control system. They're feed off of you. They're literally feeding off you in religion. They're receiving energy from you. This is why they create religions, so you can worship them. What is worship? You're giving your energy to a vampire. Worshipping is sending energy, sending life force, sending your happiness. Now you're a guilty, horrible sinner. You just took that on as your identity. Now you're connecting to blood rituals. Jesus was a blood ritual, a sacrifice, a black magic curse. And you celebrate it all the time with your communion. The eating of this person's body, drinking the blood of Jesus. It's dark, twisted, reverse. You're reverse of light. You're following. You want to be an angel. You want to be connected to God, but you're not. You're into hate. You would say chosen ones, favoritism of God. You're into, only believers only, and all the graphic, horrible things that this God does, which demons do. Anger. Demons do anger. Murder. Demons do murder. God murdered all these races, just genocide them. And it, murdered children. God did this in the Passover event. Murdered babies and children. And where's God when they murder all the firstborn in different countries? Murder the firstborn. So we're worshiping horrible dark energies. I mean, that's what religion is. And you can see now from this point of view why the Guardians call Earth a descending planet, because billions of people worship in religion. Billions are falling into phantom. Angels, tonight's topic, are the beings coming here to help. Here's the guardian information. Here is what unity consciousness is about and how you can obtain it. How you can awaken your chakras, your DNA, how you can awaken your consciousness. This is what you're getting here with the Emerald Order's teachings, I mean. You get that with the Emerald Order. We're part of the Guardians. We're part of the Indigo Children and Starseeds. We're part of the 5th, 6th dimensional angels. Some of us 7th, 8th, 9th dimensional archangels or avatars. Indigo Children are higher than that. Some of you are indigos. You're higher than the Christ level, because that's 12D. We know 12D, the Christ level, is not the highest. There's higher consciousness than Christ. Machiwa. That's one way to look at it. I need to drink this real quick. And this always drains my liquids real quick. I have to keep hydrated. It's such a blessing to be here with you guys talking about angels and archangels. Machiwa. Bowls, sound frequencies. Yeah. And you guys think about this, because we learned from the Guardians that dimensions 13, 14, and 15 is where light is. So we're permeated with light because we're all within those levels. Remember, 1 through 12 is the density matters. And so they're like the whole, right? And so, but anyways, we're all within the whole, which is the primal light fields. So in the matrix, we all receive the light. I mean, we're all within the light fields. But sound, because you guys were talking about sound. Sound is beyond the light. So light is within the sound fields. The Guardians call it the primal sound fields, which is the Kundalini. the unicide. So the consciousness includes everything. Everything's inside of it. This is why we're all part of God, because it's all a field of God. And so also understand it's a hologram. And in the nature of the hologram, God made it this way, to be polarized, so God could explore free will of separate, and like he's creating, I don't mean to say he, God, it is creating for itself an experiment to learn. So this is God's will. God's intention is to do this. God learns from hologram fields. It's like kind of like creating a computer or a game to help you learn. That's what we are. It's the thoughts of God, the mind and consciousness of God. It is the energy of God. And so we're all God. We're all part of God. This is God experiencing itself. What's up, God? Holy ones, I am God. Say that with me. I am God. I am God. No shame, no guilt, no weird feeling to say I am God. Because in religion, they'll say, that's blasphemy. You're not God. You're a guilty, horrible sinner. They won't say horrible. They'll say you need to accept Jesus or be condemned to the lake of fire forever and ever and you're separate from God. And you're going to be tortured forever because God's twisted like that. Transmute, come on, transmute, light workers, come on, empaths, come on, indigo children. What's up, gangsta, spiritual G's? What's going on? We got this. You're not alone. We're a crew. There's a group of us. What's up? I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Mochiwa. Shikasma. We do this. We got this. It's returning of Christos, Christ, the returning of Christ, Christos, to earth, as promised, bringing it back, the Emerald Covenant, bringing back unity consciousness, bringing back omni-love, chicas, loving all. I know it sounds hard to love everyone, everything, but realize it's part of God. It is God. And you're down here mostly for karma. You fell to this level, or you're one of the angel beings trying to come here to help. So Earth, you would say humans have put themselves down here. Humans created the cataclysm that got them here. They had a cataclysm, and it created a fragmentation of the part of Tara. It was a cataclysm. So it affected the morphogenetic field. Piece of the morphogenetic field fell in energy, fell in vibration, like came here and slowed down. So you go into a black hole, fall down to a lower reality, because what you are is you vibrated to the lower reality. You started vibrating down here because you fell down here in frequency vibration. Falling means slowing down. You're slowing down into a null state, what's called a unconscious oblivion. Okay, so you won't even remember yourself because you lost it all. You self-destructed all. Part of God decided to delete itself. You would say that's kind of like what happens when you follow the dark side. You can self-terminate, self-destruct. It was your free will. It was God's will for it to self-destruct, and it did. God can delete hit the delete button. God went like this, and that part of its memory was deleted. Nothing can be deleted from God. God can't forget anything. You see, that's the natural, you're going to gravitate to that. No, what? There is some simple truths, but it yet profound. Right? Do you feel good in your life? Are you happy? Are you awakening? Are you becoming a better person? Or are you judging people or thinking you're mightier and better, higher and more important? Be honest. Don't you think you're better than most people? Well, why is that wrong? I am better. There is no better. There is no worse in God. There is no polarity in God, this or that. No, God's all of that. Know the word all? No, that doesn't make sense to my brain. God is not dark. Yes, God is everything, so God is dark. Part of it is only in the hologram, which are simulations. God made simulations for it to put a piece of its consciousness in there, and it populated this with life at different levels of itself. God put itself, it just took a piece of itself and made different levels of itself. And God is experiencing itself in that hologram. There's more than one hologram time matrix. We're just one 15-dimensional time matrix. We're part of a greater level. And you learn that in these teachings. It's a spiritual science. Blessings to all of you. Because I get some messages, you saying, hey, I'm new to your channel. And so I know you. There's more and more coming, awakening. Yes. Bless you for being here tonight with me, you guys. It's been an honor to hang with my homies. I just feel good, and it's an honor for me to bring this knowledge, to return this knowledge. I'm just helping you remember. It's part of your sleeping dormant history, okay, forbidden and forgotten, hidden. So we're bringing it back. We're exposing the dark, and we're letting go of old paradigms that no longer serve our spiritual growth. They're actually a hindrance. You've been being disempowered. As a human race, you've been put on your knees, taking your power away. Now you're giving your power away to a fallen angelic system. You're being siphoned. Your life force is becoming a loose energy. They feed off of your suffering. Fear. These vampires, these demons, these fallen angels feed off of fear. So, of course, they want to put you in fear. So an angry God putting you in fear is a freaking fallen angelic legion feeding off of your fear. It's the one receiving it. It created this fear to get your energy. It's taking your energy. You feel a piece of yourself deleting. It's life and anti-life. Frequency of God in a hologram, there's an anti-frequency in the hologram. So we're in here. Now you know it's a hologram. What does that change? Not much. You're still experiencing this. It doesn't make it not real. It's still happening. It's all made of consciousness. And so everything is. excuse me, you can't have something go outside of the consciousness of God. You can't separate something from God when it includes everything. You see, that's the whole idea of God. And you're the Guardian Angelic Nations. You're the Guardian Alliance. You're the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds. Humans, you're originally called Ternesiums, and you are guarding these stargates from the fallen angels, like you just read tonight when I was showing you the PDF. I gotta keep drinking water. It keeps doing this to my lips. Like I feel it in my throat, a dry throat too, but it's mostly my mouth gets dry and I gotta stop and drink. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me. Such an honor. Yeah. My imagination cursively allows me to see things in the dark. And think about what imagination is. You are manifesting light into your mind with your will. You can actually, there's times where you can control your dreams. Like you become awake in your dream and take control of what happens. You're aware of the dream, so now you change it to what you want it to be. What would you do in a dream world, right? Intentionally. Because we know it's not really just a simple dream world. You're in another reality. Remember, part of your consciousness here in the 3D is trying to make sense of that. Part of you doesn't understand high frequencies. You're only picking up your type of frequencies, you know. Nikki B, my chihuahua. Indigo Wizard, what's up, Vato Loco, homie? So happy. I knew I was going to have a moderator. Come on, at least one. Come on. I feel like love has been empowering my lucid dreams. It felt like my personal theme park. Yeah, when dreaming. What is Indy? And I am so lucid. Yeah, it's so more real. It's a higher, it's kind of like, it's a higher dimension. Kind of like, we have higher display screen resolutions. Now we have, well, there was high definition, and then, well, I don't know what it was called. We have super high definition, ultra high definition, different not just 16:9, now it's 2K, then it was 4K. It is 4K. But eventually you'll go into higher, like 8K, 16K, 32K. It does the same thing you see in computers with memory. And now people are commonly getting terabytes. Remember, it was kilobytes? In my lifetime, when computers first came out, the 80s or 90s, some crap. I think it was in the 80s, man. But anyways, like my grandma had something called the Tandy computer. Like, damn, one of the first ancient computers. But I lived with her, so it was so cool to have that early exposure with computers. So, yeah, my grandma was cool. It was nice. It was fun to live with my grandma. I remember she would play Dungeons and Dragons with me. And my grandma, she was into hard rock. She was into Michael Jackson, all that stuff. Of course, that was the 80s and 90s, Madonna and Elvis. And she went through all that. Mokoye Sutas. I went through some of that. Arakaya. Like the first president I remember was Jimmy Carter. I was alive before a few other presidents, but I didn't remember him. I just remember Jimmy Carter and Reagan and Bush and then, Clinton, the other Bush, Obama, now Trump, and then Biden with the F is, So that's a lot of history right there, because a lot of those were 2 terms. Damn. If they could do 3 terms, I'm sure they would. Chikasmatsu. Oh, just so you guys know, just because Trump was found guilty doesn't mean he can't run for president. He can still run for president. But he's supposed to have a hearing in July, though, so that's coming up. Maybe he'll get prison time. I don't. So he can't do the presidency, but for now, he's still running for president. I'm not all into all of that. I'm just know that a lot of people are talking about it. So I just know that if I had to choose between the lesser of 2 evils, right? Because that seems like what we end up doing. I don't vote. I mean, I'm not saying not to. I'm just saying, what are you talking about? Because they're both corrupt. This is done by the Illuminati, man. The ones who get chosen to be presidents, who do you think controls that? If they control war and they control money, they control the whole show. Why is it hard to believe, That's just conspiracy theories. That's your belief. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are having conspiracy theories, so it's a bad thing. So, like, maybe that's true that there's some shadow government and, a part of the government that's in power and controlling things behind the scenes. Maybe possible. Some powerful billionaires, trillionaires, quadrillionaires, damn. They got the money, they got good connections, the political power, the banking power, the military power. Do I need to go on? But you're the angels coming to change society. You're an archangel awakened being that's here to bring healing. Healing of the suffering of this planet that's falling. It needs some guidance, you guys. It needs some light. Humanity needs some light. We're guardians, starseeds, indigos, lightworkers, empaths. We're bringing that guidance. We're shining that light. We're bringing this knowledge of unity, consciousness, how to use DNA regenesis, how to use Kathara, Kalantic science. I love you, holy ones. Nikki B! Yes, I believe there are 3... I guess 3 there. Oh, I believe there are puppets. We have illusions that we have a say. Yeah, we have all kinds of distortions, you guys. And so it's really a spiritual bondage. It's really a spiritual warfare. It's being attacked on so many fronts. It's like they're throwing everything at us, on all these different levels. And so it's why when they're like controlling everything, it's hard to get our missions done. It's more, you'll run into more and more issues, or opportunities will be limited from you to you. You'll be blocked from things because they're against the guardians. They're against the real truth. They're against freedom. They don't want it. So if they got they're in power of all this stuff, they're gonna manipulate. They're gonna control with that benefit. They have that benefit, that leverage. So they're gonna use their leverage. Chicas. I mean, the goal is to kick all the fallen angelics out of this planet. And you, me, brother, sister, all of us awakening one, we can do that if we came together. Could we come together and remove all this darkness? Can we come together in a unity with no judgment, just omni love, and kick out the darkness? Kick out the molesters, the killers, the manipulators, the rapists. Keep out ostracize all dark energy. No longer have it part of our society. Just simply change to Christ consciousness, unconditional love for everything, everyone. Get rid of all the dark things, energies like war and cheating and harming, killing. It's just a dark age of the human lineage. But there's always that chance that part of you could awaken, and it would be like a domino effect if certain things or events in history could create a big change, an opportunity for a lot of people to become awakened. I can imagine if a guardian race did visit our planet, that could be a huge positive thing. But it's kind of like how we have a lot of people saying we have secret white hat government, because we know that our government's corrupt, but there's also the white hat government. So I'm sorry, I just kind of lost that train of thought. And that can happen. You could say that's a little bit of a side effect. It doesn't happen often, but it almost seems like a few thoughts will appear at once, and then it like, hey, wait a second, that's too much. Now you're throwing me off. I love you guys. I love hanging with you. You're so beautiful, so awesome. It's 911. Oh my gosh. Isn't that numerologically a good number, 911? But I think too many people have a bad connection. It's not 911 now, it's 912. 90 souls in the house. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I think I'm going to come to an end of the live. I think a lot of great stuff came about the angels tonight, and especially when we were able to cover on the diagram and also in the PDF. I just want to, with all my heart, just bring this information to you guys, expose the darkness so it doesn't have a power over you. We're not trying to put people in fear, because I'm going to be accused of that. The guardians are simply, it's a warning. Wouldn't you want a warning if there was some dark things like trickeries happening to your whole race? Of course you would want to know if you're being tricked. Well, the guardians are helping you to become aware of what they've done. So, it won't make the decisions for your outcome, It won't control your opportunities. You won't be limited in your freedom to choose, your religion, your beliefs. Instead, they learn how to imprison people that threaten their system, their agenda, which is in the shadow. It's a dark agenda. It's a secret. It's in secret. And now they have control over military. So, and those are $1 billion things, $1 trillion things. Is about the death of war, death. Someone's getting killed in war. There's a war. People are getting killed, murdered, blood sacrificed. War is blood sacrifice for demons and fallen angels. What's up? And you think it's normal to have war, to cause war, to be in war. You think it's normal? You're feeding fallen angelic legions who are in literally a phantom matrix feeding off of the death. They feed off of death. They want death. So they cause wars. They finance wars. Not only will they create the wars, they'll profit off of the wars. This is something I was talking about today with my dad, because it's Father's Day. He lives in another state. I called him. And usually we talk about those kind of spiritual stuff, psychic stuff, dream stuff, all that stuff I can talk about with my dad. I can't talk about all these Christos concepts, but I know he's open to certain things. So. But happy Father's Day again, you guys. I hope you got at least to communicate to your dad. My daughter said it, so I was happy for that. Yeah, I told my brother it and my dad it. Chicas masu, and since my daughter said it, it was awesome. I don't usually celebrate holidays, but hey, it's a family thing, so you don't get a son day or a daughter day, just a mother day and a father day. But we do both. Like today was Father's Day, so love all the dads today. Think about your dad. Hopefully it's not a bad thing to do for you. Say F Father's Day. I don't have a father. Okay, sorry. Just trying to be nice. Aw, thank you, Nikki B. Yeah, you're awesome, sister. Yeah. Hugs, you guys. Yeah. Bear hug. You are the angels, the archangels, and the Christ avatars. Awakening. Much respect to you guys and your spiritual journey. I love you unconditionally. Omni love all holy ones. It's not easy. We're not perfect. We didn't say we were. We're simply striving for our highest and best, right? Our best version of ourselves. Love yourself, love others, and awaken. Awaken the earth, awaken humans. Let's do this. Become part of the team. Support this channel. Support this work. I can't believe I forgot to say that. Wait a second. Yeah, please, somebody, you guys. There wasn't one donation today. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. There was a donation from Delta Divine. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, please, you guys, please support this work. You could do a live donation here in chat. You can also support this work by going to my Etsy shop link below, and you can buy one of my artworks or one of my crystals. I had someone recently buy one of my crystal skulls. Thank you, whoever did that. Much respect. I'm sure you already got it. I shipped it out pretty fast. So blessings to you. And I think they bought an art piece. That comes like a day or two later or something. And so thanks, you guys. That's another way. You can also support this work by becoming a paid member. And right now I suggest the $33 membership. because that has all these extra articles on the Emerald Order teachings. I wanted to create that to offer more value, and some people appreciate that. So that's what that's all about. And or any member, because even at $5 member, it receives the older time matrix diagram, which is worth it by itself. So much respect to all of you guys. I love you so much, and have a great rest of your weekend. Sorry about yesterday, but there was plenty of people here tonight, so it wasn't like we missed out a lot. I was so happy. Even on a holiday, there was over 100 souls today. That's beautiful. That's a cool sign. You guys are awakening. Keep on studying Ashiana's work, because that's the main teacher. Look at her workshops. Read her books. There's only 3 of them, but there's lots of workshops to learn. So much respect to your journey. I love you. Thank you for that last minute there. Nikki B, sister. Yeah, big hug, sister. I know some of us are real fam. Like, we have some history, right? We have some, like, lifetimes, different times. Like, maybe you were a friend, maybe you were a sister or a brother, maybe you were a mom or a dad, an uncle, an aunt, a grandpa, a grandma. We switched roles. I'm your son now, but next time, or the other time, I was the mother or daughter or son or father. Sorry. You have a multidimensional lineage, Holmes. My spiritual gangsters. We go all the way out to all these parts of God. What's up, Colonel? My divine Colonel. My divine vatos. What's up, gangsters? You violet flames. You gold flames. It's actually pale turquoise flame. Pale yellow flame. Pale magenta flame. I think that sounds cool. Pale magenta, Holmes. How do you guys say that in Spanish? Pale magenta. Pale turquoise. That's Holy Elohim. That's who I pray to. I call it pray, but it's just connecting to your own DNA up there. When you get used to realizing you're this huge collective, you're all part of the unified field. We're all related in one way. It all ends up being related at everything, So we're all connected. We're all the one. It's all like one big happy family. I don't know about happy, but it's all one big consciousness. Yeah, parts of it's not very happy, right? Yeah, man, that asshole, that bitch. We think about this about other people. That person was this and that, and omni love. Catch yourself. Say no. Don't be negative. Don't be vampiric. Don't be jealous. Don't be, don't be like negative. Anything negative to each other. Be nice to each other. Honor each other. Love each other, man. Doesn't matter your skin color or what kind of crazy t-shirts you wear. Because people make fun of my shirts, man. I don't know. Oh, you're a hippie. Yeah, and so? Mr. Medizm, I want to ask, what AI generator do you use for your videos? It's always Midjourney. I only use Midjourney for the images. So, and then you can take the images from Midjourney and turn it into an animation. So, and there's all kinds of apps that do that. There's free apps. One of our moderators, Celine, she does that herself. So, and she became good at it. I mean, she was making, like me, I like to make realistic style, but in her own style, medium. And I like to do sci-fi stuff about the starseeds, indigos, aliens, different aliens, angels, fallen angels, like tonight, But yeah, freaking Midjourney, I think it's like I know it's going to have a lot of negative stuff associated with it. I don't see that. And I'm following Emerald Order. I don't see anything dark in AI art. What you do is you simply make prompts. They're called prompts. You describe what you see in your mind or what you want to see. You describe what you want to see, and you can control the colors, you can control the media. So you're the one still creating an art. It's a legitimate art. How are you putting your prompt? How are you putting your command? How are you visualizing, imagining, and requesting, of a computer? And so a lot of BS, well, I'm sure some of it's legit. Like some people are ripping people off, but that's not, depends on your prompting, man. And you also have complete control of a part of your picture. So you individualize it even more and more and more by going into different parts and say, change this, change that, change this, change that. And we're not all making the same thing, because my imagination and my prompts are different than your imagination and your prompts. There's not about fucking Skynet. Excuse my language, but some people are thinking everything AI is evil. It's not all evil. It's not Skynet trying to take over your world, trying to take over your soul. It's freaking a instruction bot. It's taking your instructions to help you create an image. It's easy, but not easy to create exactly what you want, or, but whether you're against it or for it, it ain't going nowhere. It's staying here. And it's only going to evolve until you're not just doing it, anybody can make a picture, anyone can make a video with their mouth, with their imagination. It's a technology. Like, it's not all Skynet evil, take over your life force, take over your freedom. AI. There is good AI, there is dark AI. What's the deal? AI art is positive. You want to disagree, you can disagree. And you don't even have to believe in anything I say about aliens. What the Guardian Alliance, the Emerald Order says about, anything that anyone says, actually. You don't have to agree with, you can make up your own idea about God. And so, these teachings just tell you from the Guardian point of view, whether you want to believe in the Guardians or not, and that's why I purposely show you guys the PDF, so you can see that this is a body of knowledge, and there's a hell of a lot of workshops, more than just the Voyagers books. The Voyagers books is the tip of the iceberg with these teachings. You're not going to just learn about negative stuff either, about the fallen angels. You're going to learn all this advanced ascension mechanics. You're going to learn about the chakras, not from the Hindu or Buddhist perspective either. You're going to learn about all the light bodies, all the axiotonal lines, all the Huva bodies. You have something called shields. Okay, you have shields. You have all kinds of things that you learn in the science part of these teachings. About the creation mechanics, about what is God, and that God's consciousness broke down in all these different levels. And so This is the most advanced ascension spiritual awakening system on the planet. It is coming from the Guardian Angelic Nations. It's coming from the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds. You get a whole bunch of BS in the New Age, because that's what it is. It's a movement. It's a channeling movement. And in the New Age channeling movement, you're going to get the Galactic Federation, which you saw with your own eyes, the Emerald Order exposing them as fallen angels. Exposing also, we showed the Roman Catholic Church religion. Okay, your precious Vatican being taken over by reptilians. So, and we talk about the human drama being a pretty dark scenario because it's falling. This is a descending earth. That means it's falling into phantom earth. See, you're going down, not up, not expanding. So, this probably throws people off. When I started going into this information, it all made sense to me. This was my information. I found my family. I found my truth, my point of view. You guys have this point of view. You believe in this teachings. You resonate. You remember. You're starting to remember. Bless all of you. You're part of the Christ. You're part of the Christos on planet Earth. I love you. Bless you. And I hope you come soon again. Watch some of my videos. I'm now trying to do one every single day. Maybe there will be a skip on a day, but because some videos take longer to make than others. Peace, grace, love. We can say Shaddai Ure together, okay? And a few other affirmations and call it a night. Coincidentally, it was the last drink. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. I am Christar. I am Christar. I am Christar. Yeah, baby. What's up? What's up? Shaddai. Oh, I actually want to go the Song of Lyra. Omeda Patuma. Omeda Patuma. Patuma edeta ekumna. Omeda Patuma. Treti la iderna. Treti la iderna. Derma ekemta ekumna. Omeda Patuma. Machiwa. Machiwa, holy ones. Makayev, Masutas, Chicas, Mokoyas. Good night, Indigos. Peace!